Here we go. Was that loud enough?
No, do it again.
It's kind of limpy.
Maybe get it up a little
Hold on.
bit.
Here, we're going to do this. Here we go. Welcome to That's What's in the Box. What this whole thing is about, I've collected Star Wars for over 30 years of my life. Well, technically since I was 2 years old and went and saw it in the drive-in for the first time. Well, I really started heavy collecting 30 years ago, and I started storing stuff. And then life happens. You start having kids, you get into your career, you're in the military, you can't really display stuff. So what you do is you start storing it. And as you store it, you forget what you get. You know you have it. You just don't know what you have. And that has happened to me 3 times so far, where I've seen something, I've been like, wait, what is that statue? Why do I not have that statue? And then I do research, and it turns out I've had that statue since 2011. So welcome to my series of opening up my collection of 30 years to find out what we have, unearthing Star Wars treasures. And we're not talking little things. We're talking like rare limited editions, exclusives, all sorts of stuff. You also get the stories that go with all of them. So yeah, let's begin with the big box. Who knows what's going to be in here? Box number 1. Oh, it's a pretty one. All right. So, one of my favorite collections has been Gentle Giant. Gentle Giant started a minibus line in the early 2000s. I think I got my first one in 2002, close to celebration time. And since then, I've made it my mission to get everything they've made, minibus or statue fleets. One of the first pieces, Princess Leia in Bosch disguise. That one is pretty awesome. It's got a change-o head. So it's got helmeted, it's got unhelmeted, which in turn makes it 2 statues. So eventually you will see a second one come out from here. So we got our very first statue for this series right here. Very first minibus. Now, let's continue on because there's some stuff in here. All right. Who is a fan of Star Wars: A New Hope? Sand Troopers. Oh yes. Not 1, but 2 are in this box. These were an awesome release by Gentle Giant. They did 3 different ones. The orange pauldron, the white pauldron are in these 2 boxes. And then they did an exclusive black pauldron one. We'll find that one later. So yes. Next up, classic one. Darth Revan. So yes, from the Old Republic, very popular character. Oh wow. Tusken Raiders. The Sand People. So again, Gentle Giant made different variants of this. Different arm poses, which different arm poses to me means 2 different statues. So you have the one holding the classic gaffy stick, or the rifle version. So that means that you have to buy 2 of them and display both of them because they are completely different looking minibus. Speaking of that, let's talk about Stormtroopers. Same story. Gentle Giant made 5 different versions. So yes. So you have 5 different arm poses on these Stormtroopers, which means 5 different poses, 5 different looks to it. Oh, this is a Trooper heavy box. Clone Troopers. This was a Star Wars Shop exclusive. Whenever they had the website go live, this was on there. Crashed the website very quick. They underestimated the power of the Force and the Force collectors. We were on there scrambling to get this one. The Green Lieutenant. So yes. Who likes Ralph McQuarrie? We all like Ralph McQuarrie. Yeah! Ralph McQuarrie Concept Snowtrooper Bus. Again, 2 different heads. That means 2 different statues. So yes, this was a convention exclusive. San Diego Comic-Con exclusive 2011. Now, when we get to the unboxing videos, we will have more information on all these. Right now, this is just opening up to see what we have. After that, so much more info. This is a Ralph McQuarrie heavy box. So, one of my favorites. Now let me preference this one. When I was a kid, before Empire Strikes Back came out, we were traveling to my folks' cabin about an hour and a half away. We stopped by one of these roadside gas stations and they had this film magazine there on the newsstand. And it had one of Ralph McQuarrie's original concepts of Luke vs. Vader at Bespin. I have loved that Ralph McQuarrie helmet since that one. I was young whenever the first movie came out, 2 years old. I was a little bit older when episode 5 came out. So I remember a lot more. Seeing that helmet for the first time, fell in love with it. The Darth Vader Ralph McQuarrie mini bus from Gentle Giant has not 1, but 3 different heads. And what's really cool is the image I just told you about, the image I saw in that magazine at that roadside gas station, fell in love with, is this image right here. Love this image. This image has stuck with me most of my life. Look at that helmet. So now, minibus form. But wait, you did hear me say they had multiple heads. Second mini bust. Yes. And there's a third one hidden somewhere in this collection so we can display all 3 models. Eventually. Now the very last one in this box is a piece that I got online when it first released. It was an exclusive in Japan, limited to blister. I think it's limited to 500. We'll verify that here in a second. Got online, scrambled, fought, got one. The Black Hole Stormtrooper. Now, like the other Stormtroopers, this one has multiple arm poses. I was able to get one because it was an exclusive, and I've never gone back and gotten the rest. One day, I may make that my mission and get the rest of them. Well, my friends, this concludes box number 1. Onward to the second box of a lot of them. That work? Done. There we go. Like this. Or we can J.J. Abrams this and just put solar flares.